Yo, what's good YouTube? It's boardzy, and in this video I'm going to be giving a review of the Razer Viper, and I'm going to be honest, right now I don't like this mouse very much, and I'm not going to recommend it to anybody, especially for the price, but with that out of the way, I might as well just give an honest review. So first off, I'm going to say that the clicks are very good, but they did take a while to break in. And I did have to be very hard with them to get them to break in. With most mice, I don't have to do this, but I found myself clicking really hard trying to make them feel a bit more firm, and it did work out. The clicks are very light now that I've actually broken them in, and I'd say they're definitely in my top 3 clicks out of all the mice I've used. That's definitely the best aspect of them, but yeah. Very good clicks, very light, and very firm. The scroll wheel. It's not bad by any means. It's actually one of the best feeling scroll wheels I've ever used, with a pretty nice click, very light to click in as well. But it's a bit too high up on the mouse. It could easily be moved down like a centimeter or two, and it would be a lot more comfortable for most hand sizes. You guys see that with my grip, my finger goes up to here, and when I'm scrolling down, I'm only really hitting the bottom part of the scroll wheel. And there would be no issue with this, because if your hands go up more, there's no issue with scrolling down from the top, but scrolling down from the bottom is pretty hard. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So that's my first complaint. The scroll wheel could be moved down a little bit, because it is a really good feeling scroll wheel. Perfect amount of resistance, defined steps. But yeah, it's just a bit too high. The side buttons, they're awful. You guys honestly might not even be able to notice them from this view of the mouse. They barely protrude whatsoever, but when you do click them, they do have a pretty solid feel. They're very firm, very minimal travel, and yeah, they're overall pretty good. It's just they're virtually impossible to hit while playing. Look. You guys can see that they barely protrude out of the mouse, and that's obviously an issue, which just really fucking blows, because this mouse could be really good if it had solid side buttons and a few other changes, such as the scroll wheel, and I'm going to get into a few others later on in this video. It does have this nice little RGB thing, pretty cool. These rubberized side grips I actually like a lot. They grew on me. And yeah, they actually feel really good. I wish more mice started using these. They have a solid feel. They basically suck up all of the sweat, which is kind of gross, but also pretty solid. And yeah, I'd say that's all I have to say about the top half of this mouse. Also, it has a very low profile, similar to like the FK series and the Model O. The bottom of the mouse, it has 3 mouse feet. It has the one on the top, the one on the sensor, and then a nice big one on the bottom. They have a really smooth glide because these are PTFE feet. They're just dyed black for an unknown reason. I truly don't understand why they did that. I'm pretty sure the ones on the Viper Ultimate are white, which is just like so much better because they glide faster that way. But they are very smooth on all of these surfaces I've tried. And yeah, overall, very good, smooth feet. The sensor, it is the Razer 5G optical sensor, which I have liked a lot, honestly. It feels very snappy, very smooth, like every other sensor. But yeah, no issues there, but it's also not going to be better than any of the other current sensors. The cord, it's a really good, flexible, light cable. It's most similar, in my opinion, to a G-Wolves cable, and yeah, I've had no issues with it. This mouse virtually feels wireless when it's in the bungee. Yeah. And now getting into the shape and size. Oh, also, it is 70 grams with no holes, and it's a pretty big mouse, so It's actually kind of impressive that it's this light without any holes, but yeah, it feels great in my hands in terms of weight, and yeah, no issues in that department. But it is, like I said, a relatively large mouse. It's a bit similar in size to the G Pro Wireless, but it does have a wider front, which does, it just doesn't really feel natural in my hands using a fingertip grip, and it's also very long in general, which just doesn't feel great in my hands. But of course, shape is subjective, and when using a claw grip, it's a lot easier to swipe down on the scroll wheel. So I'm gonna say that this mouse is made for claw and palm grip and not fingertip, and it's definitely made for people with medium to large hands. Probably, I'd say above 18 centimeters, you're gonna need to use this mouse effectively. So yeah, it's very similar shape to the Model O. I'll show you compared to the Model O minus. Obviously, it's not the Model O, so it's not going to be as big, but actually, it's nearly the same size, kind of. Yeah, it's a similar shape. And yeah. The side buttons are a bit bigger than the ones on the Model O series, though, but they don't protrude out of the mouse nearly enough. I was trying to see if I could take off the side grip to make the side buttons go out a bit more, but I was unsuccessful in my attempts. And another cool thing about this mouse is in the Synapse software, you can adjust the liftoff distance for your surface. They have you move your mouse around in a circle, and then after that, they make a customized liftoff distance for your mouse pad, which I found very cool. That's a very nice advancement that Razer made, just like on the switches. Something I forgot to hit on with the switches, they're rated for 70 million clicks, which nobody's ever even going to use like a tenth of, but that is pretty impressive. That's a lot more than most clicks are. But yeah, that's basically everything. There's a DPI button on the bottom. And yeah, for $80, I'm not going to be recommending this mouse to anybody. It's a solid mouse, but it's not a very safe shape in my opinion, along with the very bad side buttons and the scroll wheel. It's just a bit too high. There's better options for cheaper, and I would have been pretty upset if I paid for this mouse. Shout out to Toma for hooking me up with the mouse. Not going to say how, just know he got it for me. Yeah, so not going to be recommending this mouse, but it is a solid 7, yeah, let's say 7.5 out of 10. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and sub, and I'm going to leave some Kovacs clips I got with this mouse for you guys to watch and enjoy. Yo, it's boardzy back for the Kovacs gameplay, and one thing I forgot to say is that I have been overall very hard on this mouse. Like, I've been clicking it really hard, gripping it really hard, because I do believe that it performs better when I do so. I might put a little bit of free building on Fortnite to show what I'm talking about, but yeah, the mouse has really good build quality, so don't expect any issues there. But yeah, just for $80 and the unsafe shape, I wouldn't recommend it, but to each their own. And yeah, I felt like that was a really solid run, and it was. So that's always nice. And now I might just, fuck no, I'll do a flicking scenario. And I mean, that wasn't too good, but it wasn't awful. And yeah, now I'm just gonna show how hard I can be on this mouse in some free builds. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Yo, it's boardzy, and I'm just gonna be doing a little free build, being pretty rough on the mouse. And yeah, basically, I think that one of the best things about this mouse is how hard you can be on it, because when you are playing, you are gonna wanna like beat the shit out of this mouse. And it allows you to, because it's very well made, the clicks are very durable, and yeah, this basically gives you an advantage, I'd say. And yeah, obviously this isn't the best free build, and creative has been delayed for the past few days, but I'm pretty sure you guys can hear how hard I'm clicking the mouse. And yeah, I just wanted to say that you can beat the shit out of this mouse, and it is it's one of the best aspects of it in my opinion. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and yeah, it's been boardzy.